Hello, everybody. Hi, Jeffrey.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Nice. Oh, pardon me. Nice to see you.
Oh,
I
it's
haven't seen
great to
that
see you.
intro in a while.
It's been a
Um,
it's been a long time.
yeah, but you know what I realized? It says the healing medium, and that's no longer
Oh,
not my name anymore. So I'm gonna have to do a new video. Oh gosh, that will be interesting. How's it going? What's been going on?
it's going great.
Yeah,
Well, I just finished a fun hour with Terry at
lovely. Very
Holding
Randor.
Your Space. I just love her.
We love her.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and it's we talked about Sedona, and we talked about the experience that we had, and the experience that we're going to have, you know.
I know. It's so around the corner.
It's so around the corner. And what I just think is so amazing is, when we left last year, I mean, yeah, we left last year, we wondered how can we improve on that? It
Right?
was so amazing. But being here where we are and how spirit kind of led us
Yeah,
to all these decisions and all these things that we're doing. And it's like, wow, it's so,
because we're psychic, we know how it's going to go. But
yes.
yeah, that included. But yeah, no, it's going to be a wonderful experience this time around. We've listened and made a few. Well, we actually made a lot of changes, added a full day, all the fun things, new excursions, new workshops, all with this thread of weaving one to the other. And oh boy, I can't. It's one of those things that I look so forward to things like that, but at the same time, I acknowledge that yes, I look forward to the experience, but I don't want it to end. So I kind of like I hold on to those kind of things. I savor it, um, but I'm
Yes.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. Overall, I cannot wait. What have you been up to?
Oh my gosh. Well, a whole lot of work.
Mm.
Working on, we just did our websites about the same time,
Oh
and I'm
yeah,
still I'm still working on understanding
yeah.
all of the how-to within this site. And but I mean, I added another meditation so that I'm getting great feedback on. And this one is what is it called? It's connecting with your spirit guide and realigning with your true purpose.
Mm.
I'm
That's a
getting
good
some,
one.
yeah, I'm getting some great feedback on that, and I love to hear people's experiences on what they're told in this meditation and how it lands right on their insides, right here. It's just awesome.
Great.
So you
You know
guys,
what?
I'm sorry, if you didn't know, go to my website, go to Real Spiritual Resources. You've got all those free meditations and downloads.
Yes, and you know what? Actually, come to think of it, it's ended up in my junk folder a couple times. The newsletter,
My
like
newsletter.
the newsletter, or however, whatever you were calling it, but the with
Yes,
the meditations. I did know I was going to tell you that I experienced it
I
myself. It's not
see.
my main.
Yeah,
It's it's my old email address that I'm signed up to your newsletter in that.
yeah.
But it's yeah, I'm just thinking of that now. I was like, wait a sec, that sounds familiar, and then I went, yeah, I saw it in my junk folder. So
I don't know how to
yeah,
fix that.
yeah.
Gosh.
If anybody knows, we're kind of both experiencing it through Kajabi, which is the new platform that we're using for our websites. And we're noticing even within our bookings, you'll get the initial booking, but then you get an instant, immediate follow-up email to actually choose your date. And those ones are going into junk mail. So if there's any techie people in the chat, let us know. And speaking of the chat, hello to everybody. Nice to see familiar faces. Wonderful to have you.
Guys, Lori, Sun Goddess, Sue B is in the house.
Yeah, see, Fogo Pogo said the same thing. The newsletter ends up in my junk mail too, and I keep moving it to my inbox. And see, I did that too, and I thought once you did it, it would recognize, but there's something there. I wonder if anybody that's watching this maybe later, if they're fluent in Kajabi and they have any suggestions, that would be so helpful.
Thank you for that, Callie. Yeah, I've got to figure this out. That's so frustrating.
It is. It is. Anything you feel inspired to share or touch on before we do some readings? What's on your heart, Jeffrey?
Well, I want to say hi to Glorious and hi, Kathy and Michelle and Lauren and Hope. Hi, Hope. Kimberly, Kathy. Oh, Diana's here. I was just talking to Diana with Terry. Kim Princess, Star Midnight. It might have something
to do with the format of the email. Interesting. I don't know what that means, but I mean, it feels right.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either. Yeah. Oh well. That's for another time.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get to people's questions. Try to get through as many as we can.
Yeah, newsletters, they do that. But it's also the other part of it where we're doing when people are booking sessions, we're noticing in that as well. So anyways, do you want to choose the first? We're going to do questions. So if you could put them in capitals, it just helps. But Brianna, who's backstage, the lovely Brianna, she doesn't miss too much. So
yes. Oh, Richie's here. Hi, Richie. I'm going to start with Michelle here. So, yes, Michelle, will I get stronger to my abilities / gifts? Yes. Yes. And it takes work, it takes work. It takes, a lot of practice. It takes sitting in the power, and I'll say, along with the practice, getting yourself into a little group, find yourself, well, Kevin does classes. I'm going to be doing classes here shortly, but getting in little groups where you can practice with others who are practicing as well is such a safe and fun place, because you can be wrong and it doesn't matter. You can dare to be wrong. I want to encourage you, say whatever, right? Just say it all that you get. And it really is fun. But aside from that, sitting in the power, I have found the greatest capacity within sitting in the power on the regular. And it doesn't have to be for an hour every time. Just getting yourself to that space a few times a week, 3-4 times a week. I mean, it just feels really good. But when you're sitting in the power of your soul and sitting in the power of spirit, you're literally expanding your own capacity to work with that aspect of yourself that is so natural.
I fully agree. I don't think I have anything to add other than I light up when I hear sitting in the power, because I think single-handedly that is the benchmark to really develop and grow, and because these senses and these abilities are very subtle for the most part, for most people. We have these moments where it's like the 10 out of 10s and it's like, oh my gosh, undeniable. But then, for the most of us, at any given time, they're really subtle. And so it's really, stilling, because we want to go to that stillness in the mind. And we have to even just get still within the body before we get to that stillness in the mind, any distraction. And so I think that desire to be in connection and to unveil what's there by nature, these are natural abilities that we all have. And so that discovery, I think, comes from sitting with self, being in that connection with spirit, with the divine, for that stillness. And then, of course, we can access different layers of guidance and inspiration and all sorts of things in that. And community. I mean, this is a part of developing. You hear things, you're in the conversation. Like Jeffrey said, taking classes with people that you feel called to. Not everybody is for everybody, and that's okay. So finding someone that resonates and you feel like, there's a connection. Challenge yourself in the way of stepping into things that are new. And we're all beginners, so it's just, the learning always continues. I was just saying that with a friend on social media, and that's such a beautiful thing, is that we're always learning and growing. So all the best to you, Michelle.
Yeah, and another way that I look at this, as much as it is development, I think it's just as much remembering who we truly are.
Yeah. It's so true. Yeah. All righty. Hi, Terry. Nice
Thank you,
to see
Michelle.
you. Speaking of, I was saying you hold the space like no other.
Ah, truth.
Yeah. Yeah. All righty. Shall I choose one?
Yes, please.
Where are we going next? I saw one, it was a health one. It just come, oh, there it is. It was at the bottom. This one just popped into my awareness. MJ Avery, what is really going on with my headache? Well, first of all, I hope you've consulted, if it's, if it's been for a while or severe, that you check with a medical professional, of course. Check with your doctor. And if this is new to you, maybe you could give us a little bit more info. What's going on? Is it new? Is it migraine? Yes, many. Yes, many. What was my question? What question does that answer? I think I asked for. Direction. Yeah, direction, freedom. Oh, you've checked with doctors. Yes, many. I think that's how I'm understanding it, that you've checked. Okay, perfect.
Yes, that's it. What I get, and of course, entertainment purposes only, I feel like it might be due to a block or something I need to clear out. Okay, that's not what I was picking up on. But what I was picking up on was a potential deficiency of sorts. So something I feel like absorption wise of I'm being brought to like the nutrients, the minerals, trace minerals, that there's something that's not fully being absorbed into your system, which could be the catalyst for this, is the energy that I'm picking up on. But what I got was really great. You're looking for direction, and I got the freedom card. So I feel like this is temporary. Timeline wise, I don't even want to put timeline to it. I feel like you've been in this kind of waiting period for answer and that. Consider not having to know the reason why before you release the energy of it. It's your body's way of talking. So on an emotional, if you've been going through something, experiencing something, perhaps to your point that you need to release something, but we don't always have to pinpoint what that is. But I do feel there is something around the what did I say? Nutrient, the minerals, trace minerals in particular. So that's what I'm getting. How about you, Jeff? First of all, MJ, thank you for being here. And I wanted to ask too, the first thing that popped into my head is hydration. So just be sure that you're keeping yourself fully hydrated. But aside from that, I want to talk a little bit about there's this feeling of this message for you through your body, through this experience within your body. It's like here's how it feels like within me. Okay. So does it make sense, MJ, while I feel stuck isn't the right word. Stuck isn't the right word, but there's this feeling of like being like set in your ways, almost like to the point of inflexibility, where I just feel like I really want to encourage allowing yourself to flow more freely is how I want to describe this. What I'm talking about, I'm not quite sure, but I just feel like I want to encourage you to flow more freely with respect to like, you know, not things where things not being so black and white. You know what I mean? Where you live and let live, you accept what is, you know, and just kind of, and you just go with the flow is how I want to describe that. But it doesn't feel to me like there is that sense of staunch, you know, staunchness, but there's somewhere where I'm feeling the need that I have to let go and let flow. That's what I'm feeling. Does that make sense, MJ?
Let us know. MJ Avery.
And I feel like just in doing that will also lighten that pressure is how it feels to me. Yeah, that's how I feel on my insides. I hope that helps, MJ.
Alrighty, thank you very much. And you can choose the next.
Oh, there she is. I completely understand. And I've recently been told that I'm vitamin D deficient. There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah. So as Jeffrey was talking, and he even took his glasses off. He was in the zone. He was seeing it clearly. I could feel that resistance, and it's like I could feel like they're not going to show us, like they don't ever show us everything, and so the context of it just doesn't feel there. But I could feel this resistance in you as well. And sometimes we just like go down this rabbit hole of trying to figure out, and it's like there's that, and it just feels like we're releasing it in that energy. Like Jeffrey said, go with the flow. I feel this is going to subside, and it's not. I don't think either of us are feeling this sense of urgency that it's something terrible, or even just in the energy of block or stuck. I don't like using those words because we're powerful beings, and if we say that, we're creating it. So also being mindful of the language that we use around some of the things that we are experiencing. But it's temporary. It's going to shift for you, MJ.
Does feel that to me too. Yep.
And drink your water and get some vitamin D. 'Tis the season.
Drink your water, darling.
Exactly. Stay hydrated. Yes, soak up the sun. I love Sheryl Crow. That's so great. All right. Your choice.
Oh.
And hello, everybody that's joining us. Nice to see you all from Jeffrey's channel, my channel.
Welcome, thank you guys for being here. I just love hanging out with all of you. You know what? I'm going to go to Star. Star Midnight.
Oh, that's a great name.
I know, I love it.
Welcome, welcome. A message from your guides or guardian angels. I'm going to choose from an angel deck for you.
Do you mind if I just start talking?
I don't mind at all, Jeffrey.
So, Star, when I feel into your auric field, I immediately see red. And it's a beautiful red. This red feels like a passion-driven, purpose-filled passion, right? Where we are acting on our passion, our purpose. We're acting on that which fills our cup from the inside out. That's what I feel within you. And having said that, I feel like that there are, like it's not being fully expressed. Meaning maybe you just haven't found the right timing, or you're in the midst of it. And and working towards that, but I feel it within you and it feels very exciting. And I mean, I'm telling you, when you are coming from a place in filling your own cup, ah, that's everything. It's absolutely everything. Not only that, but you're assisting others, you're serving others in a way that opens them up a little bit more and a little bit more. And it's almost like I feel like you're being led, and you know this, you're being led, you're being guided, you're aware of it, but you're not quite at the place fully yet.
Mm.
And it's like that when we get to that place and we feel like we want to move forward, or we're maybe we're not moving forward fast enough, we have to remind ourselves that there's divine timing. And sometimes, you know, it's not, it never goes by our timing. This is divine timing by your soul, spirit, and your guides and guardians. And there's like this big, the message here is I just want to remind you to trust where you're being led. Because it's awesome. I can feel it. It's awesome. The end.
The end.
I hope that resonates with you, Star. Thank you
It's
for being
now
here.
midnight. It's now midnight. Just kidding. The stars are out. I'm kidding, Jeffrey. It's always beautiful when you're in the flow. Don't ever not be in the flow. I agree with you, definitely. Interesting. What I was aware of instantly around your energy was your sensitivity, Star Midnight. And with your sensitivity, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the things, the relationships, your experiences, kind of the activities that you're doing, that you kind of once enjoyed, I feel like they might be changing for you due to your sensitivity and your awareness to the energies. And with that, I pulled you a card from the angel deck, and it's Raziel, and it is about taking your power back. And so where spirit's bringing my attention is with your sensitivity, using that when you're in your creating, when you're in your manifesting, because I feel like the some of the things I just feel, I don't know how to say this other than some of the things in your world are changing. And I think Jeffrey was tapping into that as well. You're the power. You're the one that's actually generating these changes. And so things are exciting. And so I feel like you are that person that sees things, you know, the glass half full versus half empty. And I think this time, again, they're bringing me back to the initial conversation around the unveiling of our abilities through these sensitivities. They can be really subtle at times. And so maybe something, oh, I thought there was a comment. Maybe something in sitting in the power can assist you with some of the things that are changing in your world. And let me know if you understand that, because that sounded a bit wordy as well. But there you have it. And thank you for being here.
I thought that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful.
Thanks, friend. Interesting. Okay, is it my turn?
Yep.
All righty. I'm going to look at this one again. It feels like some health stuff, which I'm totally open to. Hope Suzanne, I love the name. Question: I had more damage done to my eyes from the drops at one of those office than I had before I went in. It's the second time this has happened. Can I heal the issues without more damage? I instantly hear yes. I heard regenerate, and I feel like it's going to take a bit of time. Is one eye worse than the other? I'm curious. Is one eye worse than the other? And I'm going to pull you a card as well. Where did that deck go? I don't know where there. Yes, one eye issue. Okay, yeah, and I feel like that's what they were showing me. I feel like they're so sensitive. Um, I don't know what this means, but it's like I feel like they're putting the blinders on you. You know when people wear those kind of like they wear glasses and then they wear the glasses over the glasses. I don't know if the light is affecting it even more. So maybe like the if you're on computer or the even the sunlight, just be really careful. Is the feeling that I'm getting? It's almost like putting on your visor. I don't know what those things are called, but do you know what I'm talking about? Those big black glasses that go over glasses. No, anyways, that's what I'm feeling. So go and get those. Go and get those big glasses. Jeffrey has a pair you can borrow. Am I alone in this? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Those, okay, yes, the sunlight and the screen hurts. Okay, so I'm on the right track here. I just feel like there's some like things that you can do to soften the sensitivity right now. So really being cautious, I would say, around the light, around the screens, the sunlight, and thank you, awesomeness. They understand what I'm talking about those glasses that fit over top of the glasses. So, but yes, I do feel like I heard 6, so it might be 6 weeks ish that things start to really improve for you. But I do feel that this will correct itself. Yeah. What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, Hope, I do feel like that there is, you're at a point of, I guess I want to call it turnaround. I feel like you're at a point of turnaround. Obviously, you're not going to do those drops any longer, but there is a sense of, I'm going to say turnaround. Like it's coming back. It does feel like that this is not going to be permanently damaged. But at the same time, I also want to encourage you to like take caution is how I want to describe. And please hear me. This is not to instill fear in anything. This is just to be realistic with what the physical body can handle and not. And I just feel like I just want to remind you to be cautious. And I think that might have something to do with how Kevin was describing wearing the big black glasses. It's almost like the sun, not that you're going to be outside staring at the sun, but it feels to me like the sun might aggravate or irritate or just discomfort with the sun. So anyway, yeah, take care and awareness with that. But I absolutely do feel like you're at a turnaround point.
And yes, and do you get the sense too? Yeah, I got the pause. I feel like this is, and to answer your question, I do see improvement. I don't see it. I put not permanent is what I wrote down initially. And so I just wanted to circle back so that you hear that it is possible to be in that the healing miracle of things that, sometimes even when doctors will say that this is permanent, that there can be improvement in that. So there you have it.
Yeah. It feels.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, be optimistic. Just be optimistic.
Yeah, and Liz, you bring up a really good point about like how they'll do like covering one to allow the other one to. But the eyes are amazing in how they can regenerate and heal. So.
Yeah, that reminds me, when I was like 7 years old, I had one of my eyes was not as strong as the other. So they put a patch over the really strong eye to strengthen the weaker eye.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to a naturopathic doctor next week. That feels really good. I love the energy of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that does feel real good. Mm-hmm. We're all sending you lots of healing. All righty. Did you? I choose that one. You can.
Oh, okay.
I know I popped into the part when Terry said to you, do you want to choose them? And you're like, no, you can do it all. I'm
Oh.
good. That ain't how it works around here. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Diana, I'm gonna go to Diana. Where is that? I saw Diana ask a question.
Was it the mediumship abilities?
There was a question from Diana about mediumship, and anyway, Diana, yes, I know that you are a healer. I know that you are. I've met with strangers in my sleep and learned shortly afterwards that these were people who had just passed away. Once a girl who died in a fire, and once an older English gentleman. Yeah, Diana, you're do you sense mediumship abilities in me? I've experienced interactions with people in my dreams only to find out they were recently deceased. Okay. So, yes, Diana, you are opening up to that connection. You are a medium. You're a healer, obviously. You're an RN. But I also know you're working on your own healing business. And as you're moving forward in all of this, you're continuing to expand and open up just naturally through your work, and embrace that. These little interactions that you're having in your dreams are spirit going, yoo-hoo. and you're paying attention. You're paying attention. So remember, we were talking about taking time for yourself and giving yourself time to rest or take care of yourself. However that was worded, whenever it was. It seems like it was recently. I don't remember when though. But sit in the power. Take some time to sit with yourself, sit in the power, sit with spirit, sit with source energy. That will not only will that help you gain a little bit more clarity on what is happening, it will also improve your healing abilities. It will also strengthen your spiritual connection in every aspect. And when you're online, when you're on these shows, when you're feeling that synchronicity ping you on your insides with respect to following the mediumship, pay attention to that too, because it's part of your work. It's part of your work.
I don't think I have anything to add. It was an astounding yes. It was an astounding yes. And if you haven't already considered taking mediumship classes, then check that out. Because I think the development comes from the experiences. And so in the dream state, and you're having these experiences, not in class, things are really, it sounds like they're unfolding for you. So I would say yes, absolutely. I know you're very clairvoyant, but I also feel they're trying to work with you clairaudiently as well. So subjectively hearing it in your mind's ear, as well as the occasional objectively as well. So outside of your mind's ear. So that's that. All right. Thanks, Diana.
Thank you, Diana.
And I just have to say this. Does Diana, do you work with horses? I don't know. I just saw these horses come in behind you. Actually, it's a white horse, but they don't call them white horses. What is it called? What the does it start with P?
Palomino?
Is that a white horse?
Well, I think they're kind of creamy
Right.
colored.
Yes, I call them white. But yes, okay, maybe that's what I'm looking for. But that's the color that just came up behind you. And so the medicine of the horse is working with you. All right.
That's a beautiful totem to have with you.
Right. All right. I'm going to choose one. I'm going to choose one. Where are we here? Is this, did we do this? We didn't do this one, did we?
Nope, nope.
DCJ. Okay, Jen, thank you. Should I accept the AAC board position if offered, despite the situation they are in? 3 to 4 members resigned a few weeks back. One of them is very vocal and is causing a lot of concern for me. Interesting. Okay, well, I feel like there's potential. Of course, you could say yes, you could say no, but I do feel like it might be, it might actually be offered to you. I feel like that energy of what's happening right now and the bit of the outburst that's currently happening, it's almost like, consider if that wasn't happening, what would your initial response to that be? Because I feel like that's going to subside, and the opportunity might pass you, because I feel like you want it, is the feeling I'm getting. Correct me if I'm wrong in that, but I feel like it might be offered to you, DCJ.
Yeah, DCJ, I want to second that very strongly. There's a feeling of almost like house cleaning, and but the words that flew through my head as Kevin was just finished reading your question here. Turnaround artist, turnaround artist, turnaround artist. So I feel like you going into this place with your strengths, your aptitudes, just who you are, you can turn this place around. This, you know what I mean? That's right now, it feels like there's a lot of house cleaning happening, but you taking on this position, not paying attention to all of that noise, and go in there to do what you know you can do. It feels very positive. It feels like you're taking the whole organization to the next level. Even the people in it. So I think it feels really great to me. So don't listen to that noise.
Awesome. All righty. Your turn. Oh, we just a little commercial break while Jeffrey chooses the next one. We do have some spots in our upcoming retreat in Sedona. So if you are interested in attending, check out Jeffrey's website. You can actually check out mine, but it brings you back to Jeffrey's website. We have a few spaces that we would love to fill up. It's happening June 12th to 15th. So yeah, there it is. Thanks, Brianna. So do check it out. We would love to have you join us for an amazing 4 days. It's spectacular. It was last time. It's going to even be more exciting, better, next level this time around. So if you feel inspired, if you feel the call, come join us in Sedona, Arizona. Which one are you choosing?
Thank you for that brief messages from our sponsor.
Totally. We interrupt this program.
Yes. I'm going to go with Sunshine. Sunshine.
Sunshine Bermudes. That's a cool name.
Bermudas.
Bermudes?
Will I be moving soon to a new home? So Sunshine, there's orange all around. Okay, so when I tap into your field and I see the colors, when I see orange, I know that there is a high probability / potential for you to, you're like, it's in your field. And it does feel like that is a potential that is, if it hasn't set itself up to you yet, it feels very soon. What do you have to say, Kevin?
I got 3 really great cards. So first of all, I got the Do It. Did you see my face as I was like?
I did. Yes.
I was like the Do It card. I got the Yes card, and I got within 6 months. Yeah. So it's like, it's there. It's there for the offering. So feels great.
Go, sunshine, go.
Right, totally. Are you moving west? Are you coming out west? Let us know, sunshine. All righty. Thanks everybody for being here. We did that one. Oh, I'm going to read on this one. That's happening in Canada. Barb's Wheel of Fortune next week would be interesting at work. Our CUPW, Canada Post contract extension is up on Thursday. What happens next? Okay. I feel this energy. This is what I've spoken to you about, Jeffrey.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Give us tuition. Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I feel like it's really close. I feel like, what they just showed me is like the horses are back. And at the end when it's like a photo finish, that's the type of energy that I'm picking up on it. So I feel like right now it's like 59% that they're not in agreement and 49% that they are, meaning that there's a bit of confusion, but I got a really exciting card, which is the success card. I feel like if it isn't settled by, I think it's the 22nd, which I love that number. If it isn't by then, I don't feel like it's going to be as long as it was last time. I feel like there's going to be resolution, but I do, in the energy of right now, feel that there is a high probability that they will come to an agreement before the 22nd or on the minute before, and that it will avoid disruption. So hopefully Jeffrey gets the same.
I feel the same. I feel the same thing. I love that you called it a photo finish, because I was going to word it where it feels to me like it's completely last minute. Like it's like one of those things where it doesn't look like it's I'm not quite sure exactly what we're talking about, but it looks like it might not happen. And this card, help is on the way.
Oh, cool. And I feel that's so funny that look at the hands, and she put the hands up on the thing with the candle, and you just pull that card. And with the new government, that actually feels like that will be instrumental in it, Barb. So I'm feeling good about this one in this moment.
I feel good about it too.
Yeah. All righty. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you. And hi, Pamela. All righty. You're welcome, sunshine. How do you say your? Can you tell us how you say your name? I'm like waiting for it. I'm like, can you?
Bermudas. I think it's Bermudas, like the Bermudas, the Bermuda Islands.
I like Bermudes better. I'm gonna call it that. Let's have a vote. Let's see. The people have spoken. Just kidding. All righty. I think it's your turn.
Is it my turn?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to Elsa. Where's Elsa? I saw Elsa right. Oh, thank you, Brianna. Elsa asks, is my daughter safe in the relationship she is in? We miss her. We feel she is married to a narcissist.
That's
So Elsa, I do. First of all, I don't feel like she's in danger. I don't feel that around this at all. Although I do feel a sense of, I mean, there's discomfort in there somewhere. And I want to emphasize that I don't feel danger. And I also feel like this is an experience that she needs in order to like step into her own power. There's a feeling about this relationship that is much, there's like there's a purpose in this. This discomfort that I feel, it gives me like, you know when a couple is around you and you're watching them interact with each other and you feel uncomfortable because you're watching how one is being treated by the other, the way that they're being spoken to, maybe condescendingly, maybe this power over kind of vibe. That's this feeling that I that's why it's uncomfortable for me. And even though I feel that and I'm talking about it, and I still want to reiterate, I don't feel like she's in danger, but the higher purpose to this particular experience in this relationship is for her to step into her own power, to find that place within her, to find that courage to stand up for herself, to speak for herself. The card that came out of this is all light.
Oh, wow.
For her own growth, and expansion. And I want to also, I just got this, I thought I was finished, but I just want to say this quickly with you, Elsa. There's a feeling like I just want to give you a little bit of a heads up, because I feel like she's going to be calling on you, is how I want to describe this. Yeah, so just be prepared and ready. Do you have anything to add to that?
I was just waiting to finish. Yes. I feel that I would reiterate, I don't feel physical danger by any means, but I do feel there's an element of mental and emotional that they're experiencing through this. And I pulled some really interesting cards. The first one is, it's okay to be misunderstood. And it says perception is not always based on the truth. So sometimes how it looks from the outside isn't always exactly how it is. And it's not to take away from your intuition and, as a mother, just the energy that you would pick up on. I do feel there's some, I feel it's very complicated, or complex is the word that I would actually say. And when Jeffrey, when you said that there's this opportunity that's going to present where they're going to need you, it's interesting because I got this beautiful little picture of this little girl, and it says, listen. And then the next one, which is, I think, into her energy, is breakthrough and the setting of boundaries. And so I feel like, again, like Jeffrey said about the learning that's happening, there's purpose to it. We don't want that for the people that we love, our friends, family, children, whatever that is, of course. But I think there's some learning. And so I feel like there is this breakthrough energy that's going to present. I even feel like by the summer, I just saw the number 8, and I feel that's August, and this kind of Leo energy. So waking the lion, if you will, feels like it's going to be a part of this breakthrough.
A lion.
Oh, perfect. There you go. The courage. Yeah. So some different choices being made for them. So, oh yeah. Try to
It's
try to
always
not.
hard. It's hard to
Mm,
watch our loved ones in situations like this. It just, I mean, it sucks. It sucks. We feel powerless. And I feel you, Elsa. I feel you, but not all hope is lost. I just want to be clear. There's purpose. Yes, that's what I told my husband. That is what we were praying for. I try and stay connected to her so that she can have an out. Oh my God. Yes, that's it. I do
yeah.
feel like that. Yeah, I do feel that, Elsa. Event, yes. That's her taking her power back. That's her, like Kevin the card that came up was boundaries, setting boundaries.
Mm,
It's all that. Mhm. Yeah.
yeah.
You're an amazing mother.
Hmm. Yes. All righty. Well, that hour flew by.
It sure did.
555.
Always does with you.
Thanks. It does, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Thanks everybody for being here. That was really fun. And we will probably go back to our regular program, which is on Wednesday. Although Thursday's nice too. We could switch it up. Whatever.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Because today's Thursday, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Anyway.
had to move it. We had to move it from yesterday because I was out golfing with a friend. So
Oh, yes.
yeah,
Did you get a hole in one?
I didn't.
Oh,
No, it's funny. There are days when I go out there and I feel like a professional.
mhm.
And then the next time I go out there, it's like I never swung a golf club in my life. Like yesterday, I think I lost 12 balls.
Oh my gosh. Like, what do you mean lost them? Like, where'd they
Well,
go?
you hit them in the water, you hit them in the trees, you hit them in a
Wow.
tree and it gets stuck in the tree. Yeah, I mean,
You have to
crazy.
yell. Did you have to yell for? Isn't
Oh
that what
yeah,
you do
yeah.
during this?
Once, yep.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Well,
So much fun. I love it.
practicing.
A bad day golfing is still a great, great day.
Wow. Lovely. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Love
Mwah.
to you all. See you in Sedona.